You're
Yeah.
dang that jersey. You're be a
I
little
do it.
odd.
It wasn't
That's
good.
a jersey.
All
You're
right. I'm gonna still practice. I'm gonna still practice.
what I don't know what it is about the vocal cords that goes on everywhere else but New York. Maybe you guys don't have enough pollution,
We
but
don't.
the yard never hits right. The
Hold on.
yard never hits
Why my
right.
camera got blurry all of a sudden? Wait.
Because you did that yard.
Yeah, I did that. They was like,
It
nah.
was, they said,
Can't.
"Oh,
Yeah,
nah."
they said no. We can't.
We didn't know y'all was up here. I don't know if you guys could see, but I got Storm. Welcome.
Yeah, I don't
Welcome,
know why.
everyone.
I don't know why it's not focusing. There we go. Hold on. There we go. Now that I got close.
Here we go. Someone from the Bronx is in our chat and he said, "Yerp," with the P,
With
and
the P?
that's
Right.
why people think the Bronx is unhinged. You see, because things like that, they put
I've
the
never
P
heard.
on
I've never heard
yerp.
the P in my life. Yerp. Like
Because
what?
how often have you been in the heart of the Bronx? Is my question.
I've actually never been to the Bronx. So.
Everybody's tuning in. People are ready. We got 45 people on Instagram already. Welcome, everyone. My name is Fantastic Frankey, and we are here for the spoiler review of X-Men 97 season finale, yo. I'm here with my co-host, BlackGayComicGeek. Michael, please take it away.
How's it going, everybody? Name's Black Gay Comic Geek, Michael for short. And I love to talk about gay shit and fantasy, blood, sex, gore, and magic. So come pull up if you're following Fantastic Frankey. Come pull up on my channel, and let's talk about some gay nerdy vampires because that's what I'm doing now. Interview with the vampire.
I was gonna say, let's go talk about some gay shit because this is definitely a gay ass episode.
This episode was hella gay. Like, you know how I was like, you know how Magneto sucked out the adamantium from Wolverine in the last episode?
Oh my God,
I feel like this is sucking out the gay from me because this is how gay this episode is. Like
everything felt a lot gayer. I'll wait for the apology, but I remember when we did the episode with Morph, last week, no, a couple weeks ago, and you had mentioned that, like, oh, I think Morph is in love with Wolverine, and we were like, nah, dub. You may be onto something. We're gonna talk about that later, but you may be onto something. Someone just said they have a question.
But not just that. I need another apology from you too, because the way this episode ended, when I was like, I think Gambit's gonna come back, and you was like, nah, I don't think he's coming back.
I said Gambit was gonna come back.
No, run the tape.
Run the tape. I thought he was coming back. I thought you said no. What I was wrong about was Apocalypse, not Gambit. I knew Gambit was coming back, but I didn't think Apocalypse was going to bring him back.
That's what I said. I was like, because Apocalypse. I was like, because he's brought back as Apocalypse as the Horseman of Death in the comics, and you were like, that's the comics. It ain't happening. I don't think they're gonna do it. I was like,
I didn't think they was gonna do that onslaught. Like they are weaving in some of the biggest comic issues. You know what I'm saying? In one long stretch, and it's so odd. Not odd, it was done well, but I think that's half of the reason why it felt just a little bit rushed.
Definitely, because with the stuff that they're doing, and then the small minutia of like onslaught, we'll never see an onslaught in the movies.
Like, we'll never see it, but we're never gonna get a full version of it here with them, right? Like, we're gonna see it, but it's not gonna be the onslaught that we read, and it's never gonna be as descriptive because, like,
no,
it's gonna be one episode, 2 tops.
So that's why I was like, hopefully, when Marvel sees how well received this show was, they'll give a bigger budget for seasons 2 and 3, but then also we get more episodes, at least 15. Like, you can give us 15. Animated shows are not as expensive as movie. You can give us at least 15 episodes.
Agreed. And when did they get so cheap, yo? I'm gonna say this, and I can't wait because my Adventures of Superman is coming back next week. We was never thirsty with DC, okay? Animated, down to Young Justice, 22 episodes max, yo. They throwing in whole things. But I do have a question before we start to dive into this episode. Because I think one thing that is the benefit of this series is that it is just back to back going by comic book issues and arcs. And so we appreciate it because it almost feels like we're watching an anime, like we're watching what we watch. Normally with comic book things, we'll just see their own variation of things.
Yeah,
But in
like
this
Civil
case,
War is not Civil War in the comics.
right, exactly. Infinity, all of that, right?
Yeah.
But when you watch stuff like Young Justice, when you watch stuff like Justice League Unlimited, things like that, they have some things from the comics, right? Like, but they're as faithful to the comics as the MCU, where they're almost like create their own continuity. Which one do you prefer?
Cause that's you're gonna compare it to Justice League, the Justice Lords, like
Yo, it's hard, but that's the like cream of the crop. You know what I'm saying? Like this is Justice League level. So if I'm gonna compare this to an animated series, and I said Young Justice, I think Young Justice is on par with this as well. And Young Justice is almost completely original.
it is. Yeah, it is. I gotta say, damn,
I know it's apples and oranges.
I don't want to praise DC on this stream.
I feel you. I feel you. It's a hard. It's a question I was asking myself. Like, not saying is DC better or Marvel better.
Yeah, no, I get
Marvel
what you're
does the
saying. I
same
get what you're
thing.
saying, but which one do you like better? The idea, because sometimes them taking creative liberties, it ends up going all the way left field. But
like Batman Beyond is a perfect example of them just saying, let's try some shit out. And then it just working well, right?
yeah,
Or
and
it
then
could be a
also like
liberty
Young Justice, because they didn't follow the comics, they were able to go way more adult
exactly
with the storyline. So I think for that sentiment, because they're not chained down to the comic lore, I think I might like the Young Justice League approach better. But at the same time, I do like getting to see these moments from the comics recreated again, like when Wolverine got his adamantium pulled out. Which actually, hold up real quick, we got somebody in the stream that didn't even watch. Like, what do you mean? You didn't watch the show? Like, what are you doing, yo, Raheem? Why you here? We doing spoilers.
Let Raheem do what he wants to do. Yeah. Let Raheem do what he want to do. But let's get into the meat of the show here. So many cameos. This is something that I really wanted to address because normally I don't talk about cameos, and it's funny. Somebody brought it up to me in an episode where after I did a review where they're like, Frankie, you never talk about all these cameos that you see. And I was like, because the cameos are just there to like have people go, ooh, cameos. They never truly serve a purpose, except for Captain America that one time, right?
Because for the most part, we see them in one episode and then we never see them again. So it's like, why talk about it? Because like, what does it really add?
I will say this time though, I got more of the story, and this was actually my favorite cameo here with Doctor Strange, because we talked about this with the last episode. That EMP and exactly how dangerous that EMP is, I felt like I didn't feel, right? Like he was like, thousands has died, and I'm like, what thousands is he talking
it's
about?
Billions.
Millions have died.
I think billions.
Billions of people have died.
Yeah.
So I said millions. Like, I think that Charles underestimated. And then they said, you have to remember there are still a lot of superpowered people around the world who was stopping, tragedies for happen, right? So there's Inhumans, there's superheroes, there's, other people who were there to help save, any of the humans. Someone said in Genosha. No. So when Magneto did the EMP, he shut down all types of electricity in the entire world. And you have to think about life support, right? That's done.
Planes that are in the air.
Right. They're crashing into each other. And even here, this is why I like this cameo. Doctor Strange is performing surgery by candlelight.
Because magic. And he got to use magic because the equipment don't work.
The equipment don't work. And you know what the first thing I thought was, damn, how rich is this nigga? Like, who is he doing surgery on?
That's what I was wondering too. I was like, wait, well, I thought when you became the Sorcerer Supreme, you quit. He like, nah,
it had to have been someone crazy that they was like, Steve, you gotta wrap it up. You gotta bring
when they shut down the EMP, his bank account, he's like, nah, I gotta go back to work because I don't got access to the bank. And then that's also another thing too that I didn't even think about. People's bank, like how they gonna pay their bills because people can't get access to credit card, like cash, all that stuff.
And that's why the city looked like that. Like, let me go back to Hell's Kitchen. And I made a comment of it, but like Hell's Kitchen don't look like this. But this is the type of New York that Bishop was like, oh, I'm still in the apocalypse. Like, why it
Yeah,
look like that? Can I zoom in? Hold on.
because
I
remember,
always
this the '90s.
yeah, it did not look
New
like
York in the
this.
'90s. New York in the '90s that did not look like New York today.
It didn't look like this. Why did they put the cash for gold over here? Is my question.
Because they knew Luke Cage. I
They
thought
called
Luke
they called us hood. They called us hood.
pretty much, yeah. And like,
They
look at
said DeMarcus said on Instagram, Magneto being the reason for the successions. Yo, facts. Yo,
yeah,
there's a great depression. I would love, I know they won't have time because there's never any time in the show, but I would love to see at least a spinoff where like the financial ruin of the EMP for 2 weeks or however long it was. And just to see like what that did to the state of like, the world, because money is not real, especially for rich people, right?
yeah. It's all like
Like
stocks and
it's not real because they don't have physical cash, right? So what if all the poor people became rich because they keeping money under their between this is the 90s. All the black people and poor people keeping their money in the 90s in the
under the
mattress.
match. So grandma winning right now.
Grandma winning, she
Grandma
got
winning.
cash.
Yeah,
Doctor Strange don't keep cash on him.
exactly. That's why. Yeah, that's why he went back to work.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he like, damn, my bank
That's,
account frozen. Like,
let me tell you, check cash in places are about to be doing very well. Let me tell you.
yeah, like you remember during the pandemic with like GameStop, their stock like flew up through the roof.
It's back up.
That's what's about to happen to check cash in places.
Exactly. It's back up, man. Okay,
I heard. I
so
was like, damn,
I know,
why
right?
don't I never get on these trends?
Not in enough time, right?
Yeah,
Um, so let's start. We haven't even started this episode. There's just so much shit to talk
there's a lot
about
to
it.
talk about this
There's
episode. Like,
so much shit to start. So I'm gonna start at the beginning. Luckily, I put the images in order. With the greatest love story of our time,
the
Eric,
greatest love of all.
Eric
Yeah,
and Charles. I don't know if you noticed, but in the intro, they showed this scene, and that's where I took the screen grab on. And it's the scene of where Magneto and Charles finds out that each other are mutants.
yeah, mutants. Yeah,
So I remember seeing that and instantly thinking about, okay, we're going back to the basics when I saw this in the intro. And then the very next scene, I saw them like confessing to each other on this date. And I was so confused because I was like, this is not where I thought it was so great the way that they originally found out about each other's powers, because at the time, like outing yourself as a mutant was a huge deal. And then they were in trouble, right? So they were both going to be like, they both used their powers at the same time, not knowing that the other person was a mutant. And so it just showed how much trust they had in each other.
and
Be
love.
and love, right? He's like, I can't have my shorty die out here. There was like a bunch of, let me see if I can, because the picture was a little bit too big for my screen. I'm sorry, y'all. You'll see how the sausage gets made. Show a little pink for y'all. But yeah, there's guns on them, y'all. There's guns on them.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that. Yeah,
Yeah, there's guns on them. So there's guns on them, and then they go forward. And it's crazy that between this and interviewing with the vampire, the concept of memory and how fickle it is got brought up.
yeah.
And we really get to see that with that scene. So when I first saw it, and I was like, why are they disclosing this with each other? And then I realized, like, oh, we're in Magneto's mind.
This is his idea of the perfect date.
Yo, facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Yo, you think he had Charles look a little nicer too, right? Charles is great.
Not like, do you have the video pulled up?
I could, yeah.
Yeah, go to the video. Go to 3 minutes and 28 seconds.
Oh,
Exactly.
you got the timestamp.
Yeah, go to 3.
You know, I always got that
I got
thing
the time.
on it.
I got the time because I'm like, this is how gay this thing was especially between these two. 3 minutes and 28 seconds.
Okay, hold on. 3 minutes. Ooh, first of all, I gotta show y'all how zesty he looks drinking
That's
this drink.
part of what I'm talking about.
No, that how zesty he looks drinking this drink. Okay, and then I got to put on these captions too. Hold on.
And yeah, make sure you turn the audio off.
Yeah, the audio's off, the captions on. Okay.
We ain't trying to get flagged.
Facts. All right. Y'all, I need y'all to look.
So stop at 328.
Okay. Ooh, this is wow, y'all missed it. I'm sorry.
I saw it.
Because the way he drinks,
he did like a
he's like, delicioso.
Yeah, like
delicioso. This is how I don't got a drink on me, but that's how I be drinking when I'm on demon time.
I'm surprised he had a thumb. I'm surprised he have his pinky up.
No. Because pinky up is fancy, right? If I'm doing a little pinky up, I'm trying to say like I'm fancy. I look nice. But
how he drinking this drink? You don't think he's trying to be?
He's not trying to be fancy. This is demure. This is alluring, right? So this is
it's seductive. He's like,
yeah. I'm sorry. I got my cups in here.
He like the way I'm drinking this is how I'm going to drink you tonight. That's
kind of right. And it's European. I need y'all to leave. I need y'all to get up out of this chat. But yeah, like look at his lips are pursed. And also when you drink it like this, some of the juice always comes at the corner of your mouth. See, I'm telling you the secret.
Yeah, because he got his mouth like his mouth is open,
so
real wide.
A little bit of the drink comes down. So you got two options.
Like you don't have your lips parted that much when you drinking beer. Like
facts.
Them lips are closed on both sides.
Drinking a beer, like it's wine, like it's champagne, and that's what I'm saying. So it's you start there.
Exactly, like the arch back too.
Yeah. Oh, good posture always at the bar. You crazy?
But he's like leaning back extra. Like
that's what I'm saying. The juice do be coming out the side of the mouth, and then that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. And then you have two options, right? If your date is really feeling you, and the chemistry's there, and they are at the point where they know that they have consent to touch you, they're gonna wipe the juice off your mouth, right? And if they don't, that's fine. If they're not sure and they don't do it, now you have the opportunity to very nicely
as a tease, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? We didn't even get to the part you was talking about. Okay.
But still, it all correlates. It all correlates.
Gideon, I'm giving y'all the secrets, and y'all not even trying to hear me today. Missed the spot. The chat is crazy today. Chat. I need y'all to get it together.
Because this is Magneto's idea of a perfect date, but Charles is like, oh, hold up, because he could have brought him anywhere.
But this is their origin story, and this is how, like, not
his
saying,
version of their origin story.
Not just they met before then, right? Like this is the time where they were getting to know each other and stuff like that. You know, I love that. Yeah, this is how he views it. Okay, did I miss the spot? Let me see.
You 328.
Oh, okay, so I got some time. Okay. All right, so he takes a and then he wiped the lips. Y'all not hearing me. Y'all not hearing me. As soon as I forgot about the lips. I was just saying off game.
Charles, like, we being dead, like this is dead serious. This is fact. This is objective truth. Objective truth.
That's what I'm saying. Origin story.
Yes. Tweet that.
Okay, so here we go. We about to get there. And then
right there.
Yeah.
3 minutes and 28 seconds. Go back to that look and pause.
Yeah, I got you. He said, this.
Nah, not that one. I
know exactly which one you're talking about. What we doing tonight?
Right there. Tell me that's not Nala looking at Simba. Can you feel the love tonight?
Absolutely. How I Met Your Mother. Not even coded. Straight up written. That's what I was saying. And I was like, you know, we've made jokes for a very long time. And not just you and I think like the fandom as a whole, right? Jokes about how these two are in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, it would take the gay showrunner to be like, fuck it, let's just go all in, because this is so clearly intentional and it's explicit without being explicit. But my question, because you are a huge advocate of it's not gay enough, I need to see it. Two boys kissing. How did you feel about it being this ambiguous?
So I'm of two minds. My geekdom mind is I'm like, yes, I'm loving it. I'm here for it. Because again, look at Nala from Lion King. Can you feel the love tonight? And look at Charles Xavier's face and tell me that is not the same look. He's looking at Magneto like, I'm going to fuck him good tonight. So that's my one mind of it. But on the flip side of that, my Black Gay Comic Geek content creator soapbox mind is I'm like, I keep saying all the time, I'm tired of subtext. I want text. I'm tired of creators, whether gay, openly gay, or even straight creators do this too, giving us gay things to appease, because there are a lot of queer fans in X-Men. Especially because of the allegories and things like that. I'm tired of them giving us like queer, and I use in quotes, representation without it being gay. Like it's gay without being gay. If you're gonna do it, let it be gay. Like, don't. This is basically a queer bait, more or less.
I will. I wish I could add in some of these comments from Instagram. I'm just gonna read a couple.
I don't know why.
I'm gonna read a couple. One says that's how Charles got paralyzed.
Damn.
For real. Wild.
Can we block people like that? We need to.
Wild. Charles is definitely a bottom. You're bugging. The fear in this man's no, because the fear that Magneto has over Charles, the power that Charles, I say at minimum they're switching, but I think
switch it. Nah,
I think Charles is the top.
Nah, I think
these are the real questions.
Nah, I think Magneto's topping. Charles is bottoming.
Nah, I mean, obviously you're the expert here. I'm just talking from my experience as a woman. But these big men talk this shit, and then they get in the room and they're.
But you could also be like, and even in a straight relationships, you could be like, there are men that are submissive.
Facts.
Like, you're still fucking the woman, but you're still submissive when you're like, she's still the one that's in full control.
That's
so I feel like Xavier is a full in control bottom. He's a dominant. He's a dom.
He's a dom bottom.
He's a dom bottom. Yeah.
Xavier.
I do think they switch, but I kind of feel like, because a lot of people, like when it comes to like Cyclops and Wolverine.
No. We gotta move on. Somebody say he can't stand up. How's he in top? We gotta move on.
That is wild tonight. Like
we gotta move on. Chat. I know y'all miss. I know y'all sad. They talk about Charles is getting on my Insta. They talk about Charles is getting pegged in space.
He can lay down. Magneto can ride him while he laying down.
Chat, please. Please stand up. Let me stand up. Okay. Let's move on to Magneto. Child. Okay. So we start this episode off in Magneto's mind. Let's just end it there and get up off this, because we're gonna come back to it. Yeah, wild. I wanted to talk about shit.
You lost your train of thought.
Because everybody's in this chat being wild. I wanted to talk about Captain America and Iron Man, because I made a video about this back in, what was this, episode 8, when Rogue first spoke to Captain America, and I talked about how he's not as anti-establishment as I thought. You get what I'm saying? Like, as people like to believe, like, I know they're the Nomad comic books and there's things like that, but you can never be fully anti-establishment and pro-America. Who's the ultimate establishment? And I felt like this episode 1000% showed it, because why were they in a bunker during a national emergency?
Fully protected. And they're the Avengers. Y'all should be out
in the streets.
Like Daredevil out in the streets.
Right. So y'all got Daredevil and stuff in the streets, but y'all don't got anyone else? Interesting.
Especially like with Asteroid M up, like y'all about to shoot it down with no thought of like where it's gonna go. Where is it gonna go when you shoot it down?
Actually, we'll get to it right now. First of all, that was stupid as fuck. Like, I was like, so y'all see how big that asteroid is? Like, you thought you had enough to blow it up, and even still, like, if anybody else was on there but mutants, and that's a comment I keep on getting on my posts, right? Is people are saying, oh, well, Captain America only moves that way around mutants. And I was like, that is quite literally my point. There is a class of people that Captain America does not want to protect in his full range as he would with everyone else. And whatever his reasonings are, he will not protect them the way that he protects every other class. And so that's why he's comfortable in this space with President Kelly doing fuck knows what and not helping people out. Because if it was white people up there, Iron Man would have stopped those missiles himself.
Yeah, agree. Or like Pepper Potts or whoever, like
anybody.
They all be out in the streets. If Bucky was on that asteroid, you think Sam would have let those missiles launch?
Facts.
Absolutely not.
Facts. They would have been just sitting there like, no.
He didn't even try to like. And granted, I get he's not the president. He doesn't have the power. But there wasn't even a moment where he like, or at least correct me if I'm wrong, but there wasn't a moment where he even tried to like talk the president down or like, hey, you should think about like, are you sure we should do this or not? He was just like,
They didn't even offer to fight them, to stop them themselves.
And if they clearly could see the asteroid, they see fucking Bastion acting a whole monkey up there. Iron Man ain't offered to fly up to space to go help them. Like,
that's what I'm saying. They just was like, I just want to go home. That's all they said. I just want to go home. Yeah, be sure.
I get from an outside world perspective, like for budget reasons and all that other stuff, they probably couldn't get them involved as much as they could. But from an in-world perspective, like,
what budget reasons do you need that for?
I don't know. I'm just saying because, like, I know Bo DeMaio said he wanted to have Deadpool show up on the show, and Marvel was like, nah. So they probably couldn't have had them like actually intervene because they're like, nah, we're gonna save that for like an Avengers.
But I'd rather them not be shown then.
Agree, but they're probably teasing it to show because obviously with the response that this show has gotten, we know we're getting an animated Marvel universe at this point. We know they're gonna announce Spider-Man 90s is coming back, all this other stuff. We've seen.
I was hyped to see
we've seen the Fantastic Four. We know that they're gonna get their own shows.
I was talking about like I wonder how radical Cloak and Dagger is gonna seem now that like you know what I'm saying? Now that like we were able to get this off, I was like, Cloak and Dagger is gonna be wild black and wild like about like racial. I think so. Like I don't know. Oh, I didn't get a screenshot of it, but Peter and MJ were together.
Oh, yeah, he found MJ.
I said beans. I don't know, but yeah. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out on their show. But their show, the Spider-Man show that's coming out, is not part of this canon.
It's MCU. It's MCU. It's how Tom Holland became
Spider-Man. Someone on my TikTok said, I like how they did T'Chaka. I agree. I love that they knew, even though we like T'Challa and we're used to T'Challa, they're like, T'Challa is like 3.
I don't think so, because if Storm's an adult, T'Challa got to be the same age, right? So maybe he's just not king yet.
I don't know. I don't know how they're moving here, right? Because T'Challa wasn't in the X-Men, the animated series. Like you're going off.
He wasn't in the X-Men animated series, but he
like
was
in the 90s where they
was in the Fantastic. He showed up in the Fantastic Four animated series.
T'Challa.
Interesting.
Okay. So yeah, maybe he's just young. Maybe he's not. But this is for sure T'Chaka because he had the this guy.
Yeah, and I think they said T'Chaka.
Oh, they did. Yeah.
I think.
Pulling up to Wakanda with your tech is wild.
Yeah, because they ain't had no blacks. Like the androids because they knew better.
They knew better. Now that's what I was saying. Well, I think Bastion did it like. He only ran a trial in America. Like most of the people were from his neighborhood, but I still like to think that regardless, T'Challa and the Wakandans wouldn't be a part of this mess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I will say like, and I think this goes to the problem of it, A, only being a half hour and then B, only being 10 episodes. I wish they didn't let Tilby off the hook. Like they should have went harder and like, or made more of a reference of the fact that like, because when Bastion mentioned that the people that became Sentinels, they went and volunteered. He was like, they might not have known what they were going for, but they knew they were signing up for something against the mutants. And the fact that she became a Prime Sentinel, but for them to only say like, oh,
she didn't know.
Yeah, she didn't know. It's like, nah, she knew.
She had an idea, and actually Omar made a video about that was addressing it, where he was like, it's definitely way more complex, right? If she chose to do it, regardless if it was to kill mutants or if it was like for a better tomorrow, to curb mutants or to get us on even playing field. I love the idea of her willingly, because by her doing it by mistake, pulls autonomy from her and her decisions, right? And makes her less dynamic versus like, yo, I watched it, because she's like a Fox News reporter too, right? Like,
maybe not Fox News, but yeah.
she's very close, right? She was talking crazy to my boy Scott. She was talking to him crazy. But I agree. And then they didn't show her again. I was like,
no, they didn't show her again.
But
they showed Beast by her side, holding her hand. It's like, nah, like, and that also goes to show the truth about some white ally, what's that chick name, Alice Cooper or whatever, that like she votes Democrats, but then when she saw a black man taking pictures of birds, she gonna almost killed her dog while doing it.
Yeah. That's 1,000%.
And she's probably the same person like, oh no, I'm a liberal, but then still call the cops on a black man. That's Tilby. And so I wish they addressed that.
I thought they were when she pulled up on Beast and he was like, get up out of here, charlatan. And then they didn't. And I was like, all right, well, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I thought there was like 2 or 3 times in the beginning where I thought Bastion was going to be defeated, and I was like, this is happening quick. And so I thought they were going to move on to like something more serious, like what's going on with Magneto. But this episode ended up being very Bastion heavy. Like throughout the entire episode, he was the main villain, and I really respected that. I enjoyed it. We got our appearance. Michael was right. Phoenix.
The Phoenix.
Of the Phoenix. I'm always happy to see the Phoenix, and I was even more happy this time because this is the first time we've seen Jean on screen, really, and she's in complete control of the Phoenix Force. Yeah. And Jean, this entire series, reminded us that she's that girl. Like, I'm an Omega level mutant. I'm not to be trifled with, and I'm an asset to this team. Even when she was pregnant, that was Madeline, but it was still Jean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even when she was pregnant, I mean, she wasn't going in the field, but she was back at home on Cerebro. And Scott had no problem. Like, yeah, my wife finna pull up, and it's curtain for all y'all. Like, y'all got something to say? My wife at the crib on Cerebro.
Be scared. Don't be scared of me. Be scared of my wife.
Exactly. And I love that she's not just a team member, but she's also like someone that they trust. Like, you can definitely see the trust with Scott, with the other team members, where like she would come in as this like Deus Machina, fix one thing and then faint. But now she in there, and somebody has to take her out to stop. Like at this, even in this, for her to become the Phoenix, like Cable had to stop her, and he's like one of the most formidable telekinetics in the universe. Yeah. And so I was like, this is what I need. I need somebody her equal stopping her every time. You know?
And not only just that, but you get to see her be a leader as opposed to just following Cyclops. Like when he said, Storm and Jean, you lead the gold team.
Exactly. I love that. I loved Storm's reaction to the Phoenix coming back, because I laughed the same way. Like, she and I were in sync. I was like, let's go.
Yeah, y'all get about to get fucked up now.
Yeah, I added a fuck it up, girl. You know what I'm saying? But there's a twerk section involved.
This was like, that's my best friend. She a real bad bitch. Yeah.
Yo, I don't know why they didn't put her tongue out. She too classy for that.
What, Megan Thee Stallion?
Exactly.
It's 97. They ain't do that.
Yes, they did. Hey, that was
okay.
Okay, it was 1991. It was hey with a okay.
I didn't like. I wish we got to see her in the Phoenix outfit though. I didn't like that she was just in all fire.
Yo, that's some fire shit. But I think that was also to show that she was that's what I mean. She was in control and the Phoenix, she didn't become the Phoenix. She used the Phoenix Force for the first time. You know, every other time she becomes the Phoenix.
Yeah.
But in this time, she did not. And I don't think
It was
she
just Jean
died.
tapping into the thing. No, I don't think she died.
I
Nah.
think she just got knocked out and she tapped into something else. You know what I'm saying? Um, so good for her and good for Storm, yo.
But
They
also at the same time, though, I was like, when the Phoenix just showed up and wrote and dipped, I was like, come on. What
She
kind
ain't
of
need her again.
come on,
Although
bullshit.
she still had the
Yeah, they
Phoenix
did because
Force.
Bastion was fucking them up.
I was just about to say the second half of the episode, you know, because he got his ass whooped. Oh damn. Okay, hold on. I got this. I got it on me. Oh, before we get to it, we got to get to our boy.
Oh,
You already know who I'm going to. You already know who I'm going to. You already know. Our
more.
boy Sinister. First thing Phoenix does when she gets her powers is remove all of the DNA. I called it Botox. Remove all the Botox from Sinister and have him show him in his truest form. Word to Missandei. Oh, you don't watch Game of Thrones, huh?
No, I do. I watch Game of Thrones.
Oh, remember she took off her necklace and then like she turned to an old lady.
Yeah.
Boom. So yeah, he looked like this, and something that really stood out to me. First of all, this scene is funny as fuck. I'm so glad I got this screen grab of it. But like him going to morph. Look, first of all, look at Gene in the back, just watching him.
Why? Yeah, making sure like
suffering.
Yeah. But
Suffering.
Hold on, wait, no, not this one. She BBL.
BBL. That's what I said. Yo, he better call up Drake. You know what I'm saying? Call up the Kardashians. Someone told me all he needs is a little drunk elephant on the skin and he'll be all right. But one thing I noticed is that his first thing was to go to morph, and this is after he looked at himself in the water. So I was like, why? What does morph owe you? And I guess this was
bald. They both bald. They're like, damn. Now you know. I know your pain.
I think it was. This is supposed to be the catharsis that
it's supposed to be, but I didn't feel it.
I didn't think it was cathartic at all. I was like, he didn't make him this way. All he did was
show
him he was ugly.
Yeah,
your catharsis for like, you know, manipulating me and putting me in therapy for years is I get to show you that you ugly.
Yeah, even this moment, even if we had this moment and then he like punched the shit out of him and knocked him out or something. But he didn't Morph didn't really get and I say, like, out of all the characters, I said this last week, Morph is the one that really didn't get a storyline. Even Beast had a little monicum of a storyline with Tilby, but Morph didn't really get nothing.
I will say this, Beast is an original character, and if he didn't have a storyline, it'd be a little odd. You know what I'm saying? He's an original 5 that did have storylines and episodes. Morph is still an auxiliary character that they're starting to bring in.
True, but if you're gonna bring him in,
bring him in.
A reason for him to be there, as opposed to just being the cameo machine.
Agreed.
I feel at this point he's like the most powerful mutant. He's turning into Reed Richards and stretching. He's turning to Quicksilver. Got super speed. I'm like, how does his powers work?
I don't know. I think they said, "Yo, let's do what we want," and
yeah, pretty much.
Can. But yeah, let's get to Bastion. So after Morph's Botox got taken out his face, Bastion gets tight and takes off Cable's arm. And what this episode was so funny to me. Just I was laughing the entire episode, and I was like, it was unintentionally funny. And I think it's because like we know some of the artists like Jerry Gaylord, who are Black men. There's too many Black men on this team because Black men are unserious and they do shit like this, which I screen recorded hold on, let me pull it up. I screen recorded the scene because Bastion's pulling off Cable's arm and then slapping him in the face
him with it
3 times was unnecessary.
And you know that hurt. That's a metal arm.
That's a metal arm. What is it made out of? Does anybody know?
Titanium, I think.
Titanium.
I don't think it's made out of like vibranium or adamantium or anything like that. I don't think
it's made out of that either, but titanium, that's an interesting choice. I'm here for it. Let me see if I can get this video up.
Yeah. Josh Gregory said that's how Kendrick did Drake.
No, facts though.
Yeah, it was fact. Yeah, facts.
Okay, I got the episode. Okay. So she reassembles and puts the crown back on him.
Which ain't do shit.
It did do shit for a second. It did some shit for a second. It stopped it for a second, but then he got tight and what it really did was it stopped all of the Sentinels.
It stopped the Sentinels.
None of the Sentinels worked, which was their biggest issue. So now they only have to work with one guy. But y'all, I had to share this scene. This shit is so funny to me. Look at this. Okay, this is not funny. Him getting his arm ripped off is very serious. But it's the way he treats his arms after. Why did I pause? No. It felt me laughing at this disabled man.
That cancel.
Yo. Let's try this again. Okay. Dang. They said, Frankie, you're not finna talk about Cable like that.
It reminded me of Falcon and Winter Soldier where the Wakandans took Bucky's arm.
I thought that shit was funny too.
And they said, play with me.
I thought that was very funny too when it happened. I was like, right, exactly.
Yeah, as you should. Like, don't play with it. Don't play with it.
Exactly. Okay, I think I got it now. Let's see. Cause I need y'all to experience. I need to experience this with y'all together. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is something that I saw and I rewinded 3 to 4 times. All right, let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk shit. I'm not gonna talk shit.
Yeah, don't say nothing.
Yo, cause why he be and then oh my god, why he
and then also why he screaming? Like you ain't feel that. Like
why he ain't move? Cable is so with his big body.
Yeah, he ain't try to duck.
Look at him on
like
the floor.
You a soldier. Like you a soldier.
It's funny now that I know Black people worked on this. Yes. And I also talked about this on my video. We'll get to it too. When they stomp out Bastion with the Sentinel, I was like, and see, this is why Black people can't have nothing nice. Because we're unserious.
Because we always talk about the X-Men jump people.
They jump people, and this was a beautiful reminder that that's exactly.
Yeah, and when you get jumped, what happens when you on the ground? You get stomped out.
You get stomped. Right. Don't be in our way. You feel me? Don't be in our way. But yeah, Bastion puts on his suit and he starts to go straight to where's this place called? To Magneto's house. Why won't this show up? I'll see.
Yeah, people mad. They said Cable too top tier for this. I mean,
he didn't. That wasn't no regular guy, no regular.
This like he damn near Omega. Granted, he's not a mutant officially, but
he's on the level.
He's a Nimrod basically.
Exactly. And before we like get into this ass whooping here, which I was like, Rogue finally gets to go all out. It's his real arm, y'all. My bad.
It is his real arm, but it's also not though.
It's like.
It's his arm turned by the techno-organic virus, but it's also
it's not his arm either. You know what I'm saying? Like that's I was like, he's dragging it, but whatever. I'm not finna be talking about this anymore. But what was interesting to me is that Bastion kept on being like, this is y'all fault. Blame the professor because he didn't let me in the school. And they're all like, the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, he tried to recruit you. Like you could have been in one of the original 5, but your mother fucked it up.
This is the thing. If I was Rogue probably doesn't want those thoughts in her mind, because you got to remember when Rogue takes your powers, she takes your memories and your feelings, and she doesn't want. If I was Rogue, I wouldn't use my powers on him like that. Like no. She has very useful powers, but I don't need someone with that level of hate in my mind, and because you don't know how that's going to corrode your mind.
Yeah, because also remember, think about when she tried that with like, was it Apocalypse or no Angel when he turned into the Apocalypse thing, and that like fucked her up.
She did it this season with what's his name?
Gyrick? No, was it Gyrick? No,
it wasn't Gyrick. It was the other one with the T. Trash. When they were in Mexico, She touched his shit and she said, "Ooh," and then she was knocked out for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Absolutely in the pot. But she got the ass whooping. She gave out the ass whooping. She's been
Broke his
waiting for.
jaw.
Broke his jaw, unhinged it. It
Yeah.
was unhinged. I was like, beautiful, beautiful. He deserves every one of it. Once again, the whole time I was watching it, I just had, what's that creator's name who's like, Kaduke? It's a black guy. He's hilarious. It's like,
Yeah, I know.
Kendrick,
Yeah, I
drop
know.
one more diss track and my life is yours.
Yeah, I
That
know.
guy.
I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember. I don't know what his
He
He's like,
narrated this.
counter.
Yes, him.
Yeah.
He narrated this entire scene for me
he
in
did,
my
yeah.
head while I was watching. Like,
He probably is gonna make a video.
oh, I hope so. I hope so. This scene was really good. I didn't screenshot it because I don't like Roberto, but he did. He ate a little bit.
Did he though?
He did. He did.
I mean,
Remember, and he mentions it. He's been an X-Men for like 2.
Also, actually,
he
now
just
that I
learned
think
how to
about
use
it,
his powers.
this is a nitpick because, you know, the scene was fire, but I'm like, how the fuck was Rogue fighting out in space?
All of them was breathing in space.
Yeah. Even Jubilee when she fell out the ship.
Yes, because Rogue, I gave a pass. I thought it. I said, oh. But then I said, you know what?
Actually, no. Rogue, I'll give a pass because she's Captain Marvel.
She's Captain Marvel. So
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel went out. Roberto went out there. I said, okay.
Roberto, he's in his form. I'll give it. Yeah, I'll give it the sun. But when Jubilee was out, I was like, nah.
She degular.
Yeah.
We don't talk about space. Yeah, they let it. And the thing is, X-Men go in space all the time, and they never just out there raw dogging it.
No,
like
they got suits on.
They got suits on every time. However, I suspend disbelief. Nah, not here. Because they told us
for Rogue and Sunspot will get, but like, even though I did question, I was like, though I don't know. But then I was like, all right, Captain Marvel will forgive it. We know Captain Marvel go out in space. Sunspot, I forgave it. But when I saw Jubilee out there, and I know they're trying to say the blue area of the moon, but she didn't start in the blue area of the moon. She flew down to that part.
They flew down to it.
Yeah, they flew down to it. So
listen, I agree with y'all. It's hilarious. Why are you yelling at us then, Alex?
But yeah, when he was carrying Jubilee, when she fell out the ship and she was literally right above the Earth's orbit, I'm like, the bitch ain't choking? Like, what's going on? Like, remember when Guardians of the Galaxy with Star-Lord, his face got fat? I was like,
yeah,
so we just ignoring.
You talk about continuity. Let's just be glad the episode was good. That every time I thought about it, I said, Frankie, this episode was good. Don't even trip. Don't even trip.
Nah, they were still in. We saw the Earth.
We saw the Earth. Listen,
yes, they didn't re-enter the atmosphere.
We gonna let it rock. We gonna let it rock. I did love seeing. Nightcrawler. He's getting the shine that he so very much deserves, and I just kept on thinking about him like this little brother who's like na 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 the whole time they were fighting. And I was like, this man is so annoying. Like, you know, when you go to swat a fly and it's not there anymore.
Then it keeps coming back. Like,
and I don't know if you guys know this, but it stinks. That boof smells.
It smells like sulfur.
That shit stinks. Have you ever smelled sulfur?
It smells like It smells like eggs. Rotten eggs. It
smells like eggs. So
rotten eggs.
So he farting on him and whooping his ass. Look at Bastion's face. I'd be so tight. I'd be like, and Bastion does knock him out, but
it takes a while. It takes a while.
I would have lost this fight only because I would have got so. Oh my god! Somebody on my Instagram said Dutch oven. Chat. What is going on with y'all today? Talking about Dutch oven. It smells
Comments
like
out of control.
We activated today. Let me tell you. I'm so sorry. What is going on? We need to focus, y'all. We here to review
somebody said in my Instagram he should have teleported him in the vacuum of space, but that wouldn't have did anything to him. We saw him fly to the ship.
Exactly.
And then that would mess up Nightcrawler if he did that.
I mean,
or I guess not, because Jubilee out here.
That's what I'm saying. They can all breathe out of space. That's part of your mutant gene.
Yeah, they got a secondary mutation that I don't know about.
You know how, like in The Boys, everybody's like super strong. It's kind of like that. Everybody can breathe in space.
Everybody can breathe in space. Apparently, Right.
Facts. But yeah, let's get to my favorite scene of the entire episode. Every episode, there's a scene that I'm like, this is it. This is the shot. And for me, it was getting stomped on. It was also because he was talking all that shit. He was like, oh, and just like you thought, which I was like, you could talk to machines. You didn't notice that you couldn't talk to this one. You didn't call it. How did it get here? Sebastian used his brain, but he's so disoriented from getting fart in the face for so long that he was
He
like,
thought it was like a homie trying to help him. Like,
yo, and guess what? Trojan. And then Beast made that funny Trojan horse joke.
I don't know exactly what he said, but yeah, it was a Trojan horse.
He said, or it was something about like
horses.
Or something. He is corny, but I like him. I like his dad jokes. Like what? So once America decides to fucking send nukes up there to destroy it, and with no plan on what to do with this asteroid, they start to reconvene, and this is damn. I keep on saying this is the funniest scene, but this episode was so funny. Cyclops turns to Beast, and he's like,
yeah, Beast is talking.
What do we do? And Beast was like, well, I can configure. He said, fuck all that.
Yeah, we don't got time.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my eyes. And I was like, what? Cyclops, you didn't even listen.
It was like that thing. It's like science. Yeah, no, fuck it. Yeah.
He said, absolutely not.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Absolutely not. Whatever you're talking about. And he ate it. Look at his face.
Yeah, he mad.
He said, fuck me then.
Yeah, he mad. Then why you ask me then? Like,
facts. What you asked me for? Now, on the more serious note, I think this was Cyclops' way to atone for everything that he feels responsible, right? Like Wolverine, he feels responsible for. He knows his son is hurt. He feels responsible for that. Magneto, and this whole thing being gone, he feels responsible for that as well. And so he's like, I need to be the one to stop it because I'm the reason why this asteroid is falling.
Which also shout out to him for that Marvel versus Capcom level optic blast that he hit Bastion with.
Yes.
Like, all right, come on, optic blast. But
that's really good. Do it again.
Optic blast.
Perfect. Very good.
Let me find out I can voice Cyclops.
Right.
But, let me ask you this real quick.
Before you do, someone said, are we going to talk about Jubilee's power upgrades? Like
it was real quick.
It was a second. And honestly, and someone on my Instagram just said, Jubilee ate this episode. I was like, okay, she didn't do not the way that older Jubilee was doing.
Yeah, no, I thought they were about, like, when they first showed she did that same move that older Jubilee did. I was like, oh shit, Jubilee about to cook, because she could detonate matter on an atomic level. I was like, she about to fuck him up. And then she really didn't.
We were talking about that last episode where you were like, oh, you had mentioned it to me. I was like, that's not the Jubilee we getting. So I said the same shit Bastion said, which was, what you going 4th of July me to death? And I was glad she smacked the shit out of him, but that's really what she did. But I will.
Don't even. I saw you. I said, don't even acknowledge. We not doing that. We not doing.
I won't touch it. Y'all, this chat is wow.
But Latin geek, like, you need to calm down.
Jesus.
I said Latin. What? What am I reading?
Latin phobia.
I can't read, apparently.
Another time I was laughing was fucking Cable sitting there talking about like.
Remember, they said that's his arm.
I don't care that it's his arm. Get over it. You're fine.
He can get another one rebuilt. Like, he does. It happens all the time.
He was just moaning like a little baby in his tight ass suit, and I want to like Cable, but I didn't like the way that he's been talking to Jean in this time of crisis. And like
they made him like a little bratty kid. You're not my mom.
And now all of a sudden he's like, you are my mom. Frankie, he got bitches like, okay. I may have been moping a little bit. I may be moping a little bit if I got bitch slapped by my own arm that got ripped off of me.
And got knocked unconscious by it.
And then got knocked to the floor.
Couldn't even participate in the fight.
Something about him being in a diner moaning by himself. I just
He's like,
pictured a
nah,
little
he like,
piece
I
of
need a burger.
pie.
Like, I need a burger and fries after this. Like, I can't even show my face.
Like he's not even man enough to get shawarma,
Shawarma.
shawarma, shawarma. The diner though. I didn't read. Is this the DeMaio diner?
Yeah, I think so.
Adorable. Look, Cable is cool. He definitely got, and this Cable is very much Josh Brolin to me. Like,
Ish, yeah.
but he's coded way more like Josh Brolin to me. Maybe because I saw Josh Brolin and he was so perfect, but whatever. But
I'm gonna have to fight one for
he a little
breakfast.
baby. He a little baby. Now you gotta add this one up there, just real quick.
Of course.
Just
I
really,
was gonna do that next. I was gonna do that next.
you gotta throw that on there. He left to fight and went for breakfast. He said, "I deserve a little treat, a little snack, a little quick sack."
And they didn't even do nothing. All he did was bring out the. I guess he's like, I brought the Phoenix out. That's all I.
That's good work, man. That's good work. Tell me, what did you think about Magneto being the one to save the world this time? I thought he was gonna destroy it.
You thought he was gonna destroy the world? Nah,
I thought they was gonna have to stop him. I thought they were gonna bring in the way that this moves. I thought the onslaught was gonna come, and that was gonna be this episode.
Nah, I didn't think Onslaught was gonna come this season. Onslaught is coming. I definitely think he's coming.
They did the Goblet Queen in one episode.
Yeah, but this the last episode. Like, you know, nah.
That's fair. You're right.
Onslaught's definitely coming. I feel like he's coming, just not. Yeah,
because they were planting the seeds like crazy. Like even Magneto, he was like, Magneto, if you don't listen, I'm gonna do it myself. And Magneto was like, baby, if you do that, it's gonna break both of our minds. And then when the professor said again, hey, I'm gonna chill out in Magneto's mind, I kind of fucked it up in here. Cyclops was like, if you stay in there and he gets permanently damaged.
Oh, that was Jean, because you know she's a telepath.
Oh, Jean said it, yeah. So that second time I said they keep on hinting it, but you're right. I think it's gonna come for the next episode.
Nah, I think based on how this episode ended, next season is gonna be Age of Apocalypse.
Excuse me.
And then season 3, they'll get into Onslaught.
Fair. All right. So what did you think about Magneto actually winning this time?
I mean, I thought it was fine. Like, this was his redemptive moment, and also showing like the power of Magneto, because you had Jean Storm, all I'm trying to stop that asteroid. Magneto did it by himself. But I was also kind of like, dang, like, because also I kind of feel like, because Jean had her moment, like everybody had her moment. Storm ain't had no moment.
Storm did not have her moment. I think her moment was in the intro.
Have a moment
was when she told him the
forecast. That's all. That was the only moment she got. And then also, like, there was so much of a not moment that she got. Even when you get to the and jump to the end, we saw everybody except for Storm. Like, where did Storm end up?
Maybe that's the. Excuse me. I'm so sorry, y'all. I've been up since 6 a.m. watching this episode over and over. It's catching up to me. Maybe that's the mystery that they're going to explore, right?
Her moment was that laugh. That wasn't good enough. I wanted to see
that
her
laugh is crazy.
I wanted to see another give him the forecast moment.
Jean gets the Phoenix Force and she gets a
laugh? Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Unacceptable. But yeah, let's go to the prologue. My theory is Bishop waited until Jean and Cyclops was gone to return because he lost that baby.
No, facts. This moment was like the epitome of the see what had happened was like
she's like, I'm gone. Oh, because is Cable on that board? He is on that board in his old costume. Where they get these headshots? Where they get the headshot of Cable?
I mean, they took it while he was at the X Mansion.
They said, hold on.
Yeah, they said, we don't know when we're gonna see you again. Let's take a picture. Like, let's get the
headshot.
Yeah,
these are good pictures. Magic looks like, so these are just all the X-Men that are quickly available. Can you see any of them? I see Kitty's on there, right?
I saw Scarlet Witch. It says she's off-world.
Yeah, I saw Scarlet Witch was off-world. Actually, I could go to the.
But I'm like, what the fuck she at? Because we see the Avengers are on. Like, the Avengers are at that bunker. So she off-world where?
We don't just. You think she's with the Avengers right now?
I mean, if she's off-world, like, I would think because you know she was the member of the Avengers. But hold on, David. You didn't see, they mentioned in what I think it was last week's episode or the episode before that the reason Bishop and Cable weren't together is because they got separated in the time stream.
Hold on. Let's see, y'all. Let's see. Okay.
So
Rolled
wait,
up on him.
yeah,
I love it. Okay.
right there. Okay, we
So
see Havoc. Yeah, Scarlet Witch, it says off-world. Quicksilver, it also says off-world.
Cable is AWOL. What a dick. Maybe he's looking for the.
He went back to the future. He was like, dang.
No, they said AWOL. So they we don't know where he at.
That's what I'm saying. He probably went back to the future because they can't go. They look at the future.
Yeah. So
he dipped.
Oh, Polaris is around too because she was on that boat. She not on here, but I was thinking that
she might be on. She might be on the board. Like she might be further.
Was she in the original? I don't remember her being in the original.
I think she was in the. I think all of his kids, Quicksilver, Wanda, and Polaris. I think they were all in the original.
Yeah,
because they also showed her in like that.
They got Dust in here.
Yeah, they got Dust. Exodus.
That's Magic over here. This is Emma. This is Kitty, right? I can't
tell. Wait.
I just see brown hair.
I see brown hair. It's like a blue outfit. How to go back?
Like, is it going to show again, or is it only? Right. And he's so fucking smug too. He's so smug. Okay.
Because I'm like, even if he didn't want to show his face, because he lost that baby. Again, what had happened was,
yeah, this
I'm
is
like, damn, you couldn't even pull up. You couldn't even pull up for the fight, my dude. Like,
nah.
He was like, nah, I'm gonna wait till they all gone, they all missing, so that way when I save them, they'll forgive me for losing the baby.
Yeah. I looked up who's on Forge board, and Forge Global came up.
What?
I mean, I'm looking up.
What's Forge Global?
I don't know, y'all. What's his name gonna come up? Okay, all right. So,
oh yeah, but we also saw in the cameo. We also got to see some of X-Force.
It is her.
Who?
It is her.
Kitty.
That is Kitty. Yay. Okay. Oof. That's all I know.
We got to see some of X-Force during like the fight.
During which fight?
When they showed all the cameos.
Oh yes. There were like I said, that was the first cameo string of cameos that I was like, this is not just cameos.
They calling her Kitty again in this post-Krakoan era from the ashes or whatever.
Yeah. Because the X-Men lately have been, even the Krakoa era is all about, going back to basics. And I read them going back to their original costumes like a nod to the Krakoa era. Like, to me, I thought when they were in Genosha's at that ball, I thought that was like a nod to the Hellfire Gala, because then right after that, they all take their original costumes like they do in House of X.
Yeah, I mean, I did, and then also, I think I remember from episode 1, there was like a newspaper clipping that said Hellfire Gala.
The Hellfire Club is out too in this universe. Like they're
Emma, Sebastian, yeah.
But so they go to Egypt and they link with this white ass Egyptian.
That's what I was saying. I was like, come on, like Apocalypse is black. Like, what do y'all? But I guess but even still. Because he's obviously already a mutant, but I'm like, you couldn't just at least make him gray.
Because I think he's supposed to be a light gray, but this is just reading as peach to me.
That's a white man.
White man. He looked kind of good though. I'd hit.
Because for real? I'm about to take something else. I'm like, nah, you lost me.
Never? Come on.
Not this white man, but if you Google like the actual Esteban Noir,
let's not act like you have any issues.
That man is black.
I'll hit him. You will definitely.
First of all, don't call me out. Don't call me, but not this white man.
You said not this white man. Like you never touch a white.
He ain't giving Chris Evans.
It's a little rough around the edges.
If he was giving, well, never mind. I was about to say if he was giving because granted, Jason Momoa's not white, but if he was given a little bit more Jason Momoa, I'd be like, all right.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, at least give him a tan, right?
But he like
Agreed.
with the eyes, he looked like he got rabies.
That's fair. Maybe I've been watching too much Has Been
Because
Hotel,
like,
so I've been
like Gambit's a
normalized.
white man. Gambit's a white I hit. Like Gambit, I hit.
He got the same eyes.
Nah.
Gambit got black pupils like the devil,
He
black
do, but
eyes.
like the black is better than the red is like full. That's rabies.
What? Or he got high. He's blowing up that gush, that ganja, that ushy stuff. You know what I'm saying? So what if he was just a little high and they
Nah,
got
that's
him?
I got bit by a raccoon and I'm about to kill some. I'm about to go on a killer rampage.
Copy. All right. Well, either way, they came across it. Do you think this era that they're meeting them with? Do you think that they're
This
do
is
you
obviously before he became Apocalypse.
but how do you think their relationship is going to be with him?
I think at first they're gonna be a little antagonist because they know who he is. Because like even when he was like, and somebody know Beast was like, oh, he basically was like, oh shit.
Right. Like they're gonna be wary of him, but maybe they're gonna try to change his mind.
Yeah, I feel
Especially
like
Beast.
I feel like they're gonna try to change the future, and by doing that, they cause him to be who he ends up becoming.
Okay. And then we see Apocalypse looks like he's across all three timelines, which I think is going to be very interesting. Like I think next season they're going to fight Apocalypse throughout time.
Well, yeah, because he's immortal, so
Yeah, but that's kind of cool to have the same villain throughout all of time. And here we see Magneto in the mid-credit scene. I'm assuming deciding like this was a nod like, yo, my boy's coming back. Remy's coming back.
Yeah, Remy's coming back.
Beautiful.
But not everybody else. But then I'm also kind of curious because I'm like, how many? Obviously, he's bringing people back, but how many people? I mean, he obviously has
Four.
Yeah, I get. I know he has the 4 horsemen of the Apocalypse. So let me not say how many. Which ones?
Did Mystique die here?
Are we getting Madeline back?
No.
Or are they like that's too complicated? We going.
I don't think so. I don't think Madeline's coming back. She's gone. Her mind fused with Jean. I don't think Madeline exists anymore.
Dang, that's kind of fucked up though.
It is. And that's something that they're right. And I think that's also why Cable accepted Jean, right? And that's what she was saying. Like after Madeline died, their minds fused. And that's why Jean was like, I felt being pregnant, like I felt all these moments. Which back to Cyclops, Bastion called him a deadbeat. And I was like, when they said goodbye to Cable, we said this when it happened in episode 3. Cyclops didn't say goodbye to Cable. It was just Madeline.
Yeah, it was just Madeline.
So I thought that was
remember Cyclops was all mad. He was like, I will not be like my father and abandon my family.
And then didn't say goodbye to his baby.
And then leaves.
Very weird. But once again, this is beautiful. I loved it. All in all, I mean, this season was absolutely incredible. I loved it.
The answer to this, Raymond, is no. They don't have to be. No,
they don't. Because in the original series, he copped them and they were all alive.
Yeah.
But yeah. So tell me, what are your thoughts on this episode?
Also, we got the last post-credit scene of them in the future with Mother Ashkani, which is Rachel, Jean's daughter,
yes,
which is Jean's daughter.
Oh yeah, I didn't get a screenshot of it because
dang, you don't care about Rachel.
Yeah, I don't.
But that also can add an extra element and storyline to her because she felt inferior. Of like, I didn't give birth. Like, this is not my child technically, but I remember But then she meets her actual child,
right?
Rachel Summers.
But yeah. I don't think that she feels like that's her child anymore. Not her child anymore. I think that
because when they had that conversation, he kind of said like a mother or whatever, or she said mother or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, no, agreed. But yeah, I can't believe we're done with X-Men.
Yeah, I know it's crazy. Like what I'm gonna do.
10 weeks. My Adventures of Superman premieres next week, y'all. I'm gonna be just as
what
annoying.
I'm gonna do with my life. What I'm gonna do with my life.
You're a hater, and I don't want to see you nowhere near.
No, My Adventures of Superman. But is it gonna cook like this?
Yo, My Adventures of Superman cooks. Now, this is the thing. at this juncture, it
In terms of
cannot,
like the
it couldn't,
political,
it cannot cook on the level that X-Men cooks right now. But it's not just the political things that we're enjoying about X-Men. X-Men has 6 seasons, 5 seasons that it built this on, right?
true.
My Adventures of Superman, we're in the origin, but it is cooking. And they've made a lot of changes to Superman canon. So it's different than this because they're not really following comic books, but they made a lot of changes to Superman canon that once again makes it very interesting. Like,
And I'm not
it,
trying to down like I enjoy my
I
Adventures
get
of
what you're
Superman.
saying. Like,
Yeah,
is
like I
it,
really like it. I'm not
and
saying I don't like it.
it's not going to compare to this in terms of like the cultural phenomenon, right? Just because like niggas are haters. People are haters, but I really like. If someone said it's cute, I think it's more than cute, and I think this season is going to be really dark. Lois Lane is basically becoming his Lex Luthor right now, and it's very interesting. But even more than that, what's very interesting about Lois is they had a multiverse episode where she met like a
Where she met
council of
about, yeah, she like
yeah, and
the
she's
count
the
like kind of like
wackest.
the
She
council of
found out
Reed. She
she's the
met like,
wackest Lois.
yeah, she met like the council of Lois.
She's the wackest Lois. We got the dud. And I think that that's going to affect the way that she moves, right? And the way that she's going to. Someone said, I want Batman in the show. I don't even know if Batman exists yet.
Yeah, I don't think so. It's on Max.
It's on Max. I'm gonna do a recap now that I'm free from the shackles of X-Men because everybody think I'm a Marvel fan now. Even though this is how my display look.
You are a Marvel fan now.
What a
You've been in the
hater.
X-Men. You ain't been in the Justice League. You ain't been in the Watchtower.
Airbnb need to start to cooking. Make a room with just all screens. Remember Batman had that full screen, had that his headquarters had like a wall that was like 30 feet tall with like
Yeah.
50 screens. He needs one of those. But
But
yes.
real quick, because this just reminded me. So this episode, hold on, where'd it go? Or do you think they kind of confirmed the throuple a little bit? Because like
What?
the moment where
Cyclops.
with Cyclops, yeah, when Wolverine was like trying to fight, and she's like here, and she's like, and when Cyclops says something along the lines like, "Don't make her like her heartbreak or some shit. You better do what you do best and heal." So basically, he's like, so I'm like, wait, Jean
I think don't you break her heart. Yes, I think that it played into throuple, but I think it's also Cyclops acknowledging that she's very close to Wolverine.
I guess I'm like, nah. I'm making a video tomorrow.
Yeah,
Like, Ruffle is
I
confirmed.
think it
Ruffle
just
is
means
confirmed.
he understands they have a very close relationship and she relies on him for a lot of things emotionally, right? Cyclops is just being a homie. And once
Nah.
again, he feels guilty. So he's trying to find whatever way he can to absolve him of his guilt. And if Wolverine dies, that guilt is gonna live with him forever. That silence was hilarious. I was waiting.
Speaking of, when it comes to Cyclops and Wolverine is definitely the one that bottoms the most. He's the bottom of the relationship, but Cyclops will bottom on certain occasions.
Yeah, get me tight right here.
Cyclops will bottom on certain occasions, but also with that, yeah, because we did briefly talk about it earlier. This is another instance of like them making it gay without it being gay. And then also not even just that, but like this, I'm making a video about this tomorrow. This confirmed for me Wolverine and Morph are fucking. Like he's turning into Morph. I mean, Morph is turning into Jean and they fucking.
That's psychologically fucked up for both of them. They need to go to therapy. My thing is why Morph was tripping like that, acting like when he was on the show, he was like, where did you get that from? When you said it, he was gaslighting you.
He was, yeah, but I don't know.
Knew. He can't.
Maybe because it can't say anything yet. But like, I'm like, come on now. Like,
he could confirm, but yeah, definitely when he said she can't say, I'm gonna say it because she can't. I love you, and it could also be read, and that's what you were talking about. Like, you can't leave it ambiguous. some people will say that he just said I love you because that's what he feels like Wolverine needs to hear
To
from
heal.
her, from her specifically, not from more. So that was Jean, him saying it as Jean because he wanted him.
And that's why I don't like the idea of subtext, because it also leaves the room for people to be like, no, you're reaching, or well, why you always got to make
Every
it gay,
time.
bro? And it's like, yeah, like do it or don't do it at all.
I posted a video about Planet of the Apes where I talked about like the allegory and linked articles that I pulled it from, and there's like a reach. I was like, a reach is I said, here are the articles that I read. You guys could check it out. Here's some visual tools, and they're like reach. I was like, yeah.
I mean, that reminds me of like, I made a video saying that a lot of people get wrong that Storm is African. She's actually African American. She was born in Harlem. Her father is a Black American, also born and raised in Harlem. She just went to Africa. She just went to Africa as a kid. So she's literally African American. I showed the panel from the comics, her going to her like when she was a newborn baby, them going to her house on like 110th. It even said it in the comic, 110th Street or whatever. I showed the panel of her parents talking in the subway about moving to Cairo. I showed all of that, and people like, that's not true. This is a lie. She's African. I'm like,
listen, I do not.
I'm literally showing you the fucking panel. Like, what do you mean?
I do not want to summon the Africans to this chat. I know it's true. You know it's true.
Yeah.
Let's leave it. The Africans don't care. They're going to tear us to shreds.
They get mad. Or they're like, that's just one interpretation. I'm like, no, it's not.
They're going to call you diaspora. No culture I have it. I'm like, all right.
Like, yeah, she's African culturally, but she was born and raised, or not raised. She was born and her father is a Black American. Like, she's literally an African American, more so than even I am.
Great. Crazy. Either way. What would you rate this episode? I don't know what's your scaling system again? You do 1 through 10?
No, I just say
who does ABC? Who's that? Ron? Yeah.
Like me, I don't do like a scale. I just say go see it or don't go see it, or watch it or don't watch it.
But 9 out of 10 for the episode. Yo, I think it was a great episode.
I would give it
I gave it 5. 5 out of 5. Yo, it's a really good episode of TV.
I would give it a 4.5.
Okay. Like, it wasn't perfect, obviously, but I still think it was done very well. Like, it's pretty up there.
Only because like they did Storm dirty, because I'm like, first of all, she didn't get her moment, and they didn't even care enough to tell us where she is. And then also that whole Phoenix thing, it was like, that's it. Like, that whole Deus Ex Machina, like, if you're gonna have Phoenix show up, at least let her cook a little bit more. Like,
well, are those things that you didn't like about the episode, or things that you wish you had seen?
Both.
Okay, that's fair. All right. Well, you guys, this is our last episode on X-Men 97, but I'll be here. We still got a lot of good TV coming up.
I still gotta catch up on House of the Dragon.
Mike don't like good shit, so we'll see when he get there.
I got time now. But also, guys, because somebody else asked, what else are we doing live? I'm gonna try to have Frankie on too, but I do lives for Interview with the Vampire every week. We're gonna stick with Tuesdays.
I may not do Interview with the Vampire every week because I'm gonna do My Adventures with Superman every week, y'all. And I'm gonna try my best. I'm more than certain I'll do every week with House of the Dragon.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna review Dead Boy Detectives. I'm on the last 2 episodes. I gotta finish the last 2 episodes. I'm on episode 6 right now, but Dead Boy Detectives is coming.
Okay. But yeah, this is not the last you'll see the two of us, obviously. Because Mike will be up to date with House of the Dragon. You got 2 weeks.
I'll be up to date.
3 weeks. I don't want to hear no shit.
Before
you gotta watch it twice. You gotta watch it once. No, dead ass. You have to watch it and then process it. Think about how you feel about it, and then rewatch it with that perspective. trying to see like whoever side you're on at the end of that season, rewatch it and try to see if you can empathize with the other side.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like
But
naturally you're gonna lean.
before we go, real
Yeah.
quick, guys, 122 people watching across all platforms. If you could do me a favor, no matter what platform that you're watching on, whether you're watching on Twitter, you're watching on Instagram, you're watching on YouTube, do us a favor for both Frankie and myself. Hit the like button. It'll help with the YouTube algorithm, getting this video out there, getting both of our channels out there. More people could come to both of our channels, subscribe, help us both grow and everything like that. And if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Twitter, hit the repost button. Wait, what does that say?
Bo de Mayo.
I can't see the caption. It's fuzzy. Yes, more for ups. See, but that kind of makes me a little bit more mad though, because then it's like,
Morph was
why do it as Gene though? Then
and then this is my Discord. My Discord is wild.
For those of you that didn't see, it was a tweet from Bo DeMaio. It said, yes, Morph was confessing his feelings for Wolverine.
This is
through Gene.
This is from my Discord, y'all. Be sure to join my Discord, Fanboy Fighter. The links are in my bio. This is on my Discord from L Harmon. He said, I hope he beat that Morphussy up, and then posted that picture. That's the kind of shenanigans we getting into in my Discord. So be sure to join the Discord.
Yeah, but yeah, that's worse then, because yeah, it's again them making it gay without making it gay. Like, I'm tired of subtext. I want text.
I feel that. Well, I actually, and I'm glad you were clear. So either way, y'all be sure to follow me on all platforms at Fantastic Frankie. Join my Discord. I really want to start a comic book club very soon. So I'll let you guys know what's going on with that. Mike, let everyone know where they can find you.
You can follow me everywhere, Black Gay Comic Geek. Again, I'll be going live every Tuesday night at around like 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to talk about Interview with the Vampire. It comes out on Sunday, but I give you time to, watch it, because, some people probably can't watch it on Sunday. So you got Sunday and Monday to watch it, and then pull up on Tuesday. I'm going to try to get T.S. Madison on a live stream. For those of you that know who T.S. Madison is, a trans actor and public personality. I remember she mentioned that she's a big fan of Interview with the Vampire. So I was on a episode of X-Men Live with her before. So she mentioned that she was a fan. So I'm gonna try to get her on. And so yeah, pull up. I'm gonna also talk about Dead Boy Detective, and a bunch of other stuff. So follow me on all the social medias.
All right. Well, with that, you guys, we are out of here, man. I can't wait to see you guys again soon in a week.
And also for season 2 of X, how long do you think they're gonna take for
I think I'm going to MomoCon, so I'll see you guys in Atlanta in 2 weeks.
I'm not.
Yeah. But I'll be in Atlanta.
I don't got no more PTO, so I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to go to New York Comic Con.
Damn.
My last PTO day is for Al's graduation. After that, I don't have no more PTO.
Yeah. Bring that up with God. With God. But yeah, we're gonna see.
I need another job.
Yeah. Well, you got 4 or 5 months figuring
I'm
out.
I'm looking. I applied for Netflix Geek. They're looking for a social media manager. Tell me what I applied for this ice cream shop. They're looking for a full-time content creator to make for that ice cream shop in Brooklyn. Tell me why they sent me an email saying we decided to go with somebody else. I'm like,
someone who probably has more experience with like
to create content about ice cream. Like, you don't need
what? At least your content.
Brandon, I'm not saying I had to get the job,
but your content isn't
at least an interview.
But your content isn't very business heavy, right? Like the content, unless you sent them examples, but like the type of content that we do isn't the type of content to promote a business.
I could take a picture of me eating some damn ice cream.
Content, like being a social media manager, I used to do it.
But no. This isn't. No. This one isn't a social media manager. It specifically says content creator.
But that's all that they put that name up so they could pay you less. But they was gonna have you be a social media manager.
Maybe, but I'm like, at least an interview for some.
And they got somebody who was 18 that they could pay $20 an hour.
They got somebody white. That's what they got. That's what
probably both, all three. But yeah,
all three.
But look, we vented out here. I'm going to bed, y'all. It's been real.
Ciao.
Good night.